in the eye of the storm in Broome. The proposed gas hub at James Price Point has split the tropical tourist town into opposing factions. On one side, townspeople and traditional owners who support the deal as something that will bring huge financial benefits. On the other, locals and others who say it will destroy the Kimberley's pristine coastline. And in the middle, Broome's longtime Shire President, Graeme Campbell. I spoke with him earlier. Graeme Campbell, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks, Andrew. Welcome from sunny Broome.
The James Price Point debate is deeply divisive, as we know, but the impression we get here is that Broome is almost tearing itself apart over this. Do you think that impression's accurate?
Look, there's certainly some division in the town, Andrew. This is a very passionate town. Broome people are slow to get involved in things, but when they do, there's a history in the town of people getting involved, and I think it's a good thing that community gets involved. But I do make the point that there's been some unsavoury things occurring, and I respectfully suggest that they're not being caused by Broome residents or Broome community people. Broome people are very good people.
So what are we to make of these racist newsletters that have been circulating in the town labelling some Aboriginal supporters of the project as coconuts?
Well, I think that's absolutely scurrilous, and there wouldn't be very many people in the town that would support that view. And in fact, people I've been talking to are appalled by it, and particularly against some of the people these have been directed to. Not acceptable.
So you see that as a small minority of out-of-towners, in no way representative?
Well, I don't think it's certainly the racist remarks are not indicative of this community. This is a pretty good multicultural community with connections to many ethnic groups, and certainly racism is not an issue.
But is it a barometer of division in the town, and is that division getting deeper and perhaps even more desperate as the project draws closer?
Well, I think that you're probably right in so much as that this project's been around for quite a while, and it took quite some time for the people that are anti the project to get mobilised. They're mobilised fairly strongly, being driven to some degree by people from outside of the town, and I think that gets up the nose of people who are sitting on the fence a little bit in regard to this matter, that there are outsiders interfering in what people consider to be Broome's business.
Now, we've got local government elections coming up, and I know you've got to be careful about what you say in a campaign environment, but even the council's now caught up in this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct, but I'm able to espouse council's position on this matter, the recorded matter, and amongst a lot of issues that we've dealt with, going back to December 2009, our position hasn't altered in relation to the gas precinct or, in fact, the project. Among the 18 or 19 conditions contained in our resolution was one that says unless the state and or any proponent can address the issues that will arise from this, then the Shire of Broome cannot support the oil and gas. That is the stated position of council as it sits here now.
And there's been controversy about the council even considering writing to residents about protest signs on their properties. What's the situation there?
Well, look, I mean, there's got to be a common sense approach to this issue. We don't make state legislation in regards to bill posting. We don't make state legislation in regards to the Health Act and posting of signage on rubbish bins. It was suggested in a media release that the CEO write to people saying that, in fact, what they're doing could well be in breach of local laws and or state laws. There's been a suggestion, a strong suggestion made in radio that we're in fact ordering people to remove them, and in fact they will be fined. That is not the case. The case is that common sense should prevail. In this town, and in any other town around, if you became completely compliance driven, you wouldn't have time or the resources to do anything else. And I think that a common sense approach. I appreciate that some people are affected by the visual amenity, but then this is a democracy. This is a town that's got heart and soul, and I respect people's rights. Look, if there's going to be signage or structures that are dangerous or could cause injury or harm to people, then certainly we'll get them removed. But I wouldn't anticipate that we'll be doing very much at all. I think this issue is probably, the media coverage it's received is probably covering what we needed to do, and that was to tell people, look, there are local laws, there are state laws in relation to signage and how you're doing, and I think the message will have got out there, and I'd respectfully suggest that we've probably got a lot of other more important issues to deal with.
Do you think that's being perceived as the council trying to suppress debate?
Oh, I don't think so. People have a right. There's council meetings. We don't stop people coming to those. There's been special electors meetings called for the purpose. We've dealt with them and made ourselves available as a council for that.
So how do you see this playing out from here? We are still waiting on a final investment decision from the joint venture partners. Do you see this division continuing? Do you see it escalating? Or do you hope it just goes away?
Well, it certainly won't go away, Andrew. And look, the process is that the strategic assessment report will issue in the near future. I'm anticipating that the Federal Minister, Mr Burke, may well make a decision by the end of February. The joint ventures have indicated a decision by July, although just recently the chairman of Woodside, or the chief executive officer, was indicating there might be a small delay. Look, this will continue until such time, and probably after the thing is built, if in fact it is approved.
Graeme Campbell, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.